Hello, this video is for participants in CSIRO's On Prime Pre-Accelerator program. It'll show you how to use Cahoot, our online communication and logging tool. In this video, we'll cover the basics of logging onto Cahoot, finding course material and using it for communications. Logging interviews on Cahoot will be covered in the next video. So, here's the Cahoot home screen. Click on My Courses and you'll be asked to sign in. If you don't have a Cahoot password, for example, if you're a new team member, email on@csiro.au and ask for a password. When you sign in, you'll come to a screen like this. Let's look at the cohort discussion course first. So click on Go to Course and you'll come to this screen. You can use this General Discussion tab to post questions about Prime or Cahoot, to make comments, and to start and participate in discussions about these topics. The key thing to realise is that postings here go to all Prime 5 participants, mentors and facilitators across the country. That's several hundred people. To look at an existing discussion here, just click on it. To respond to the initial posting in the discussion, click on Respond below the initial posting. To comment on someone else's response, click on Comment below that response. To return to the General Discussion home screen, just click on Show All Discussions here. And to create a new discussion, just click here on New Discussion. Now, in this general discussion, whether you select Post to all groups or Post to just this group, your posting will go to all Prime participants, mentors and facilitators across the country. From any Cahoot screen, you can click on your name up here and select Settings or Profile. If you click Settings, you can choose whether to get email notifications of new information or questions posted to your courses, and you can choose to get those daily or when they're posted. You can also, down the bottom of the screen, change your Cahoot password. If you go to Profile, you can post some information about yourself that's then visible to the whole Prime cohort. If you go to My Courses, it'll take you back to the first screen that we looked at. So that's the On Prime cohort discussion course, postings to the entire Prime cohort across the country. Let's now look at the My Team course. So let's click on Go to Course there. This is probably where you'll spend most of your time on Cahoot. When you come to the Information and Support tab here, you'll see how many interviews your team has logged on Cahoot versus the target set by the facilitators. If you click on the Course Modules tab, you'll come to a screen like this. If you click on Introduction, you'll find some basic information about On Prime. You'll find the pre-Prime webinar, and you'll find the pre-Prime survey. We'll discuss this Discovery tab in the next video. This is where you do interview logging, so this is a really critical Cahoot function. Under each of these sessions 1 to 5, you'll find information like this, including the brief well-being survey that we ask you to complete after every session. And you'll find resources. This is where you'll find the slides presented by the facilitators and added a day or so after the session. So sessions 2 to 5 also have this Presentation Upload tab. If your facilitators ask your team for a presentation summarising what you've learned so far, this is where they'll ask you to put it. under session 5, in addition to those other tabs, you'll also find some examples of some videos created by past Prime teams and used as part of their presentations at the final showcase. Your facilitators will explain more about that in sessions 3 and 4. The Final Steps tab has a couple of surveys that we ask people to complete at the end of the program. So that's an interview of the Course Modules tab under My Team. The General Discussion tab under My Team is like the General Discussion tab in the Cohort Discussion course that we reviewed a little earlier. The difference between this General Discussion in My Team and the General Discussion under Cohort Discussion is that in this one, you can choose whether your postings go to your team only and your mentors and the facilitators in your location, or to the rest of the teams in your location and the mentors and facilitators. So the general discussion here is broadcast to a much smaller audience than in the cohort discussion course. On the My Cohort tab, you can see the names of participants and facilitators in your location, and you can see their profiles if they've created them. The Live Chat tab in this My Team course is sometimes used by facilitators during sessions to enable everyone in the room to post feedback to a team that's making the presentation. If your facilitators are going to do this, they'll set up this live chat and show you how to use it. On the Team Progress tab, you'll see some more details about your team's progress through Prime. We'll talk about some of these metrics in the next video about interview logging. So that's it for the basics of using Cahoot. We've looked at logging on, settings, creating your profile, using the Cohort Discussion course to communicate with everyone doing Prime across the country, and using the My Team course to communicate with your team or to communicate with all the teams in your location only. And also, we've looked at where to find resources, such as the material presented by the facilitators in each session and the wellbeing surveys. The next video will cover the most important function of Cahoot, interview logging. That's it for now. Thank you.